Hi. Hey, gorgeous humans. Big day of service today for me. I thought I'd bring you, I'm in the temple. This is the bathroom in the temple. I was like, oh, brush my teeth. I've finished for the evening. I've done all my big day of service. So today I call like a service day. And I'll explain what that is. I've had some incredible conversations and things are just, yeah, there's just like a lot of balls up in the air, but they're all getting tended to. It's like there's all like this breath of fire that's each in any one of these projects and offerings and conversations. And I'll explain what that looks like. I was like, okay, finish the day, do my Facebook Live. And I was like, oh, I'll come into the bathroom. I've got to brush my teeth. I'm like, yeah, Myra, you can't brush your teeth and do a Facebook Live at the same time. But anyway, welcome to the bathroom in the temple. Actually, I built this with Ben. So I've hung the plaster sheets in here. This is the wall hung, what do they call this? The shaver's cupboard, which I've placed my phone in. I get a lot of comments on this vanity. It's like a marble look. And yeah, Benny spent weeks and weeks, not weeks, actually 1 week polishing the concrete flooring. So a funny thing about purchasing this property is when we purchased it just before Amos was born, there were clear quartz crystals all through the backyard. And we couldn't identify them at start because whoever had the property before us, they'd poured concrete. There was like a concrete path to the Hills Hoist in the backyard. Then there was a concrete patio, and then there was a concrete rock waterfall feature. There was just concrete everywhere. So we did a lot of work kind of pulling that up and restoring the backyard to a beautiful green, lush lawn. And we found when we were pulling up all the concrete, all this clear quartz crystal was all through the property. So Ben and I picked up all the clear quartz crystals. And when it came time to building the temple, we actually embedded the foundation of the temple with all the clear quartz crystals. And I did a really incredible, extraordinary little clear quartz crystal grid, which is embedded into the concrete foundation of the temple. Fun little fact you didn't know. But yeah, be doing that stuff for a really long time. And it's kind of everywhere. It's sprinkled all through my life, probably more than sprinkled now. I'd say it'd be the main thing I do in my life now. So what did I do today? So big service day. So this morning I had 4 back-to-back calls. That is with the women that are in my 6-month mentorship container called Gateway. Oh my God, so extraordinary. Connecting women into really incredible birthing of projects, into their power, into their animal totems, getting divine messages coming through, connecting with our cosmic grandmothers and the constellation of the stars. So much of my work is energetic and a transmission. And when you understand the level of frequency that you are playing with and the level of frequency you bring to life and perhaps parts of yourself where you are blocking a frequency flow, it all begins to change. And you're like, oh, this is just like my standard of frequency now. And it expands and expands and expands. Expands and grows, and the more I become a woman, the more I become powerful in my voice, the more I get mentorship and coaching myself, the more I serve my clients. It's like the more I can love myself, the more I can be a mother, the more. It just enriches and expands and bubbles up and overflows into this other expanded version of me. It's literally like stepping into bigger timelines. There's just more of a capacity for me to, I don't even feel like I'm holding it. It doesn't feel like a weight. It just feels like a world that I created that I'm walking through. Yeah, I've had so many people reach out in my DMs and messages. This has become quite a regular occurrence now. I had it when I started back in 2011, 2012, when I started talking about Atlantis and Lemuria a lot. It was the only thing I was running were Atlantean workshops. And every now and again, I'd get someone just drop in an email and say, hey, like, you were in my dreams last night. Or yeah, you know, you were kind of, I was in my meditation and it's like, I really saw you, or something like that, to that effect. Now those messages would come in, I'd say 3 to 4 times on the day, daily now. And actually, I'll talk about this on another live. There's a particular thing I do in the astral plane, and I'd love to teach the students in here about it. But there's certain parameters to the astral plane, the dreamscape, and I'd love to teach that. It all innately was a download for me. It is an extension of who you are, just as you have the physical body, you have the energetic body, you have the etheric body, you have your aura, you have your own Merkaba. And what is another body is the astral plane. So the dreamscape is actually under your management. So I'm going to talk about that on another live. Hi Deb, how are you? You finished late for the night with your children. How beautiful. So a lot of messages now coming through of people, seeing me in their activations, their meditations, the astral planes, doing a lot of teaching, and I will touch into that in the Cosmic Rewrite Masterclass of how you can begin to do that as well from a state of awareness and consciousness, and just set some really safe parameters around when you're working in the astral plane. Had a lot of people reach out about the Vanuatu retreat. There's things moving there that are just so quick. It's so different from last year. I cannot tell you the difference. I've got some news to share. I've got an international TEDx speaker confirmed to present on one of the days at the retreat in Vanuatu. I'm so excited. This is like big level stuff. He goes into all the energetics of connecting with your ancestors. So that's really cool. We're going to do that on the Pacific Islands of Vanuatu with these, oh my God, the majestic reefs. People think they're mountains. They're actually coral reefs that are just towering over us at Dream Cove. And then I kind of ended this evening with another chat to a lady. Just funny how things work out when the energy is just like powerful. Is a really good friend of mine lives in Darwin, which is in the Northern Territory in Australia. She's an incredible artist. If you come into kind of any of my any of my offerings, you will see her products in my kind of offer suite as a bonus. She's an incredible Syrian star sister of mine, and she's a channeling artist and has been for a long time. And we've got a lot of kind of sacred things in the temple too that she has painted. Anyway, a friend of hers has been watching me for some time, another incredible artist who brings through channeled paintings on medicine drums, and also she's written and designed the Australian Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Very highly established, devoted to her craft, decades and decades of doing her life's work, and a very accomplished artist. She ran Arts Hub in Queensland for 2 decades. She studied at the VCA. Anyway, she's been saying, look, there's more, like there's more I've got to bring through. I've got to up level. I've got to be serving more people. So we're back and forth chatting. It's like, yeah, you know, what do you do? It's like, how can I help you? And she's like, I'm so nervous. And I'm like, oh, I know that point. It's like, I'm so excited, but she knows that she's here to do so much more. And she's like, I'm really excited to talk to you, but I'm also like feeling nauseous. Like I'm feeling sick. My heart is racing. I'm not going to say her name. It's private, confidential information. I was like, I know that feeling. And let me just make this distinction for you. what you are feeling is the nerves is not because you can't do it. The nerves are there simply just because it is unfamiliar. That's all. And my job is to hold the energetic frequency of having that high standard, that pristine, crystalline template held. And it's like I claim the land that I stand on and I drive my sword of truth into the ground and I make a claim to myself first, but I also make that claim to every single woman that I work with and even that I don't work with. It is like I claim it for me, I claim it for us, and I claim it for you, and I claim it for every one of us. That sword of truth gets driven into the ground, and I stand by that level of truth and integrity, and my energetic frequency is a match to that. She's like, holy moly. Needless to say, she's signed in and she's starting. We're working in a 6-month private container. I'm so excited. My privates are, there's a wait list now. That woman is the last one in. So my privates are minimum of 6 months working together. What else did I want to say? Oh, I'm doing stuff now that was definitely unfamiliar and very, very uncomfortable only a few months ago. It's just the more you hold that frequency and it just bubbles up and it's like I'm falling in love with my life. Most people want to change and like want something else. And if you can deeply fall in love with the place you are right now, you become more. It's like all the results that you're wanting, they're all the byproducts of the woman that you become right now. And it just expands and expands and expands. It's not this linear path of like, oh, I'm here and I want to get over here. Like these are my desired results. It's not a linear path. It's an expansion. It's a feminine frequency of what goes out. And it's just this field gets larger and larger and larger, and those things that you're desiring that perhaps are over there begin to just get vroom. It's like your field gets bigger and bigger and you just begin to encompass more. And so no, it doesn't feel like I'm holding a lot, because my field actually feels so much more expanded that it just adjusts to accommodate the new frequency that I'm playing at. And so, yeah, there are a lot of balls up in the air and people are like, how do you manage that? You know, I'm the main financial provider for my family. I'm a mother. My son has just started school, like just. I don't have family support around. I have been doing all this work for a really long time. There are a lot of things. We're traveling this year a fair bit. We've got 3 international retreats this year. I serve my private clients. I serve my group community clients. I'm doing Soul's Highest Mission readings like all the time. This stuff lights me up. So I need rest. I love connecting in here each and every single day with you. So if you're feeling the nerves because you're called into the next level of whatever that is for you, just know that the nerves are there, not because you can't do it, just because it is unfamiliar just to you at this moment. And I assure you, it will really become familiar. Before you know it, in a blink of an eye, you would have mastered another skill. I love you. And remember, follow your golden path.